You just have to make statements with your performances, and I believe I did that tonight. Jose's next. I think he's best pound for pound, but he's never faced anyone like me, and I'm going to go out there and prove it.
I always believed that I am the best 145-pound fighter in the world.
Mark Hominick, ladies and gentlemen.
And I want to go out there and showcase that.
UFC 129 will be held in Toronto's Rogers Centre, less than 100 miles from Mark Hominick's hometown.
The Rogers Centre, or as known before, the Sky Dome, it's one of those iconic pieces of our province, and this is just another piece of history.
Not only is it in Toronto, in our backyard, but it's the largest UFC event ever held.
You're going to have 55,000 Canadians screaming for Mark Hominick.
Maybe at the end of the night, we will have 2 Canadian champions. It's a probability. We'll see what's going to happen.
If George St. Pierre thinks that 2 Canadians are going to walk out with belts at night, he's got to be kidding. At the end of the day, when they close the octagon door, it's just me and Hominick in there. I don't hear the 55,000 people screaming. I don't understand what the hell they're saying anyway.
I think Mark Hominick makes the best matchup for Jose Aldo of any of Jose Aldo's past career. He doesn't back up. He moves forward.
Mark Hominick coming forward with a combination and a flurry.
He gives pressure where everybody that Jose's fought is backed up.
And Hominick is really trying to close the distance.
Jose hasn't fought an elite striker like myself. I have the credentials to prove that. I have North American titles in kickboxing. I've fought in Japan in kickboxing. He's never faced anyone with that kind of skill set.
This is MMA. It's not a boxing match. It's not a kickboxing match. I'll finish the fight wherever I can.
Aldo has a very unique ability to close the distance very fast with leg kicks and get out of there when his opponent tries to counter.
Look at that leg kick. Look at his speed. Amazing.
I believe that I am the one question mark that we haven't seen him face. You know, we've seen him knock out a lot of wrestlers or jiu-jitsu strength fighters.
There's an uppercut. Man, he's hurt Jose Aldo on his back.
But you've never seen him do that to a striker like myself.
He's on his shot to think what he wants, but once they close the doors and we are face-to-face, we'll see what happens.
This guy is a phenom. He's in a class of his own.
I believe Jose has a lot more weapons to finish Mark Hominick than Mark Hominick has to finish Jose.
Oh, look at that knee from Aldo.
His ground game is outstanding. And this is something we don't see that often from Jose Aldo. We saw it a little bit in the Mike Brown fight.
Brown is in trouble as Aldo goes to the mat. Now he takes the back. Jose Aldo now is just teed off on Mike Brown.
I'm very comfortable on the ground. I was 4-time Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu champion, 1-time world champion. I'm very secure on the ground.
When you look at my last couple fights, the last 205 I won on the ground by submission.
Oh, beautiful, sweet. Triangle attempt. And he's going to tap. Caraway is forced to tap. This is in deeper and deeper. He gets it. And it's unbelievable.
I know where my strength is on the feet, but if he thinks he's just going to take me down and submit me, he's got another thing coming.
There's not a doubt in my mind that Mark Hominick can and will beat Jose Aldo.
Hominick, an outstanding striker, very, very technical, does everything correct.
For Dana White to put that belt around Mark the Machine Hominick in front of 55,000 Canadian fans will be the best moment of all of our lives.
It's a great matchup for me, and I'm the one guy who's going to dethrone him.
For the winner by tap out, due to a triangle choke, submission by armbar by TKO.
certeza, senão não estaria nem aqui.
I definitely will beat Mark Hominick. I'm focused on defending my title, winning in exciting fashion.
Last August, five-time UFC champion Randy Couture took on James Toney in the former boxing champion's MMA debut.
We've been compared to boxing for as long as I've been in this sport. So I think it took on tones of, representing the sport of mixed martial arts.
UFC, I'm here.
James talked a lot of trash.
Randy Couture got a chance in hell. Coming for you, boy. They throw punch like girls.
A lot of people wanted to see him get his butt whooped.
3 seconds and down.
The second he hit the ground, it was apparent that he didn't know what to do.
James does not know how to defend.
He didn't know what to do with his legs. He let me climb right up into mount, which is one of the worst positions to be in.
People are chanting UFC. Love this. He's going out.
I don't know how many people said, why didn't you stay on him longer and just hit him more?
The victory, preceded by wins over Brandon Vera and former heavyweight belt holder Mark Coleman, gave the Hall of Famer his first 3-fight winning streak in more than 10 years.
Wow. First 3-fight winning streak in over 10 years. Wow. I didn't know that.
I wasn't aware of that statistic. I don't keep track of any of those statistics.
I'm actually, because I don't want to get swept over.
I don't look at fighting in those kinds of terms. It's about each individual competition, breaking down your opponent, what his strengths and weaknesses are. If it happens to go that way every time for a while, then I'm doing something right.
Now there's a difference. You feel the difference? Yeah, I feel it.
It's time to make it a 4-fight winning streak then.
In order to extend the streak, he'll have to defeat former light heavyweight champion Lyoto Machida.
Machida teeing off.
Machida's a guy that I wanted to fight for a long time. For a long time, he's been the Rubik's Cube in MMA.
There it is. The guy comes at him. He avoids and attacks.
The night Machida won the title, we went out to dinner and he said, I want to fight Machida. And he's been asking for that fight ever since. So he knows something.
I think style-wise, he matches up great with me.
Randy loves the dirty boxing.
A guy who's predominantly a wrestler and going to attack is the right kind of style to be hard on him.
It's an honor to fight Randy Couture. He helped build the sport, helped build this organization. Fighting a legend motivates me to put on my absolute best performance.
I think we're going to see a very different Lyoto this time. I think Lyoto is going to come in a lot more aggressive.
After the fight with Quinton Jackson, I've been putting it in my son's head that if you're going to leave it up to the judges, you're going to lose. You have to go and knock him out.
You've got to control the distance very diligently with Lyoto. You either need to be all the way in the pocket and in short range, clinch range, or all the way out. If you stay out there in the middle where he can just touch you with his hand, he's going to kick you all day long, and he's elusive at that range. He's going to be hard to tie up and get your hands on.
He's just got such an interesting attack.
I have many weapons to be able to maintain my distance. First, I have my legs, which I can move around with. Second, I have my kicks. And third, I have my strikes.
That'll be a challenge for him. The cage is only so big, you can't run forever.
I am prepared to fight Randy in any position, whether it be standing up, whether it be on the ground, or who knows, maybe I'll even take him down and use my wrestling against his.
Easier said than done. If you can do that, then maybe you can prevent getting thrown on your head. But we doubt that. So I think Randy throws him on his head.
A dominant victory tonight for Lyoto Machida.
I do believe Lyoto's going to beat Randy Couture. He wants to get back in the winner's circle, and he wants to get that title back.
This is the best Randy has ever looked striking.
I feel very confident about this fight. I think our game plan is spot on, and most of the time when we get it and it feels good, it's right.
I believe I'll beat Randy Couture because of the blood and sweat and tears that I'm leaving in the academy. I believe that this is the rebirth of my career, stepping to title contention again.